thank you so much for attending my session. My name is Velazquez. I'm a math teacher, math coach, and math facilitator here at Canyon Springs High School. Today we're going to be doing Google Playground. What it is pretty much everything that you guys have learned about Google. We're going to try to make sure that you guys can incorporate those things and those new strategies into your classroom with your students. So we're going to try to do some new things and possibly just go over some of the strategies that you already know and maybe incorporate some of those into your classroom. So we're going to try to find a way that you can actually start doing some of these strategies tomorrow with your students. So thank you so much for attending my session. We're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to start with a walkthrough of how to use Google Classroom. It's very simple. We're going to start by pushing on the Create a Class. You're going to click on this plus sign right here. We go to Create a Class. After that, you can go ahead and put your name there. You can add students directly from your Google account, or, so you go here, you have them in your Google account, you pick what students you want to add, you're going to click the add the students there, or you can have them added by giving them the class code. So once the students have the class code, the classroom will be shown there. And so now, to add an assignment, we're going to go to the plus sign. We're going to do add an assignment. You write the assignment, you give it a due date. One of the most important things is that you can add it directly from your drive so that you don't have to go and search for it from anywhere else. You can add a YouTube video, you click on the assignment, you go ahead and add it. And the awesome thing is that you can make a copy for each of your students so that when the students click on it, it creates a copy just for them so that they can go ahead and start writing on it. So they're going to open it, and as a teacher, we can easily grade this. So the kids are going to open it, they're going to write their assignment, they can incorporate images, pictures, videos, it can create a hyperdoc. And so once they have completed the assignment, it'll tell us directly which students have completed and which ones have not. So it'll continue to change depending on what students have completed the assignment and what students have not completed the assignment. So it's a great way to track what students are completing the assignment and when they're completing it. So what they're going to do then is, as a teacher, we're going to click on it. We can open their document. You can see they insert awesome images inside of it. And then we can give them a grade on that assignment. The great thing is that we can also write a comment on what they did. So it's a great way to give the students feedback. And so again, that is Google Classroom. So what we're going to do now is I want you to go ahead and make sure that you set up your classroom, that your students are ready to go. And so if you guys need help, I'm going to walk around and let's go ahead and get started with the Google Classroom. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. We have our, inside of our Google Classroom, you guys know how to get to this. We have our review videos, and today we're going to start off the lesson with a video. So our lesson is going to be modeling polynomials. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. I want you guys to watch this video.
Let's take a look at an application where you can see adding polynomials for real.
Okay, so what we started with is we wrote an expression. Okay, notice how right now, all he did was take the f plus m plus 10 plus m plus f to find the length of the bottom piece here, right? Is everybody good? Okay, now why did he multiply it times 2? Why didn't he just write f plus m plus 10 plus m plus f again? Anybody? Why did he multiply it times 2? Because we have two of those, right? So we have this is the length and this is the length. So instead of saying f plus m plus 10 plus m plus f plus f plus m plus 10 plus m plus f, we're just going to go ahead and say, you know what? We have two of those. It's like combining like terms, right? We have this one and this one. We have two of those, okay? So right now what he's doing is he's simply just writing an expression, and writing an expression is writing the equation that's going to help solve it. Okay, so to complete our presentation for today, I wanted to just kind of mention a couple things that are going to be available to you, some resources, some things that you're going to be able to use to continue to incorporate these Google strategies into your classroom. Now that we all have Chromebooks in our classroom, we want to find ways to incorporate that into creating some powerful instructional strategies that will enhance student learning. Okay, so in the beginning, we learned about Google Classroom. And again, you guys can take this cheat sheet with you that explains step by step everything that we went over, just in case the video wasn't enough, a little bit of the practice wasn't enough. So let's go ahead and you guys have this one. The other thing you guys have in front of you is you guys were able to go ahead and start working on some Google Forms. We were able to go over some surveys, some assessments, things like that that you can easily incorporate into your classroom. I showed you guys how to incorporate it into your Google Classroom. You can submit it, have the kids turn in an assignment easily that way, take a quiz. Great ways to do quick assessments at the end of the lesson to see if the students really understood what they did that day or did not. Again, so that was Google Forms. If you need additional help with Google Forms, you have this cheat sheet available to you. Again, you guys grab one of these in the beginning when you guys were coming in, okay? And the last thing I want to go over is we have the handout that was created that has the cheat sheets for the Google Sites. So remember we mentioned that Google Sites is a way, it's kind of like a web page. And so hopefully you guys were all able to create your web page today. Add a couple of documents in there, some hyperlinks that your students can use today. Again, I'm going to continue to walk around for the remainder of the last couple minutes that we have here. And if you guys need any more help with any of these tools that we learned today, again, this session is called Google Playground because hopefully you were able to actually incorporate and find a way to incorporate this and start this with your classroom starting hopefully tomorrow. Again, one more thing I want to point out is I want to thank you guys all. We have our Google Classroom that's for our professional development. If you go here, I noticed that a lot of you guys are already part of our students in the Google Classroom. Let me see if I can get this. So again, thank you so much for joining the professional development Google Classroom again. I am one of the instructional coaches here, and I appreciate you guys joining and participating in some of the conversations that we have here. What I'd like to talk a little bit about is this About section. We talked about what the About section is. We mentioned that we have lots and lots of resources for you guys. So here's some English department resources. Here's some map assessment resources. All of the PowerPoint presentations that we have done so far for professional development, they're all housed here. So we have our small group collaboration, we have our data protocol, any of the conference materials that were given today. So this is session number 2. So if you attended session 1 or session 2 of the mini conference today, then you'll be able to take any information from any of the presentations. All of the teachers were very nice to us and were able to share their presentations, share their handouts, and you'll be able to see them all here. So all of that information is going to be housed in our Google Classroom that was created for professional development here at Canyon Springs High School. Again, I am going to create a couple videos. I'm going to create a couple other links, and hopefully it will help you, some screencast-o-matics and things like that. If you guys have any more questions, again, feel free to send me an email. You guys can also reach me here through the Google Classroom or any other way. Again, thank you so much for attending my session. I really appreciate you guys coming. If you guys need any other help, please let me know. Thank you.